live under the, what is today? Mars energy. Hey, bro, fair enough. Lot being done, action and all that good stuff. What's up? Shout out to all the new people. Who am I? The hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle. Yeah, let's do those. Lightworker, starseed, fine. Earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American sybil, messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you better see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Let me go close the door. What's up, everybody? Oh, let's see. Wow, today's been a busy. And I was laughing to myself. I was like, I'm such a pain in my own ass. Realistically, yeah, I'm a pain in my own ass. I don't mean to be a pain in yours. I had this download earlier. I've been in a lot of fairy tale lands. Neptune must be very busy. Really? Oh man, stuff that I never thought I'd think about. Really? Yeah, it's all fairy tale though. Know the difference. Know the difference. Let's open the comments for the Jesus thugs. Thug life, bro. Thug it out. Let's thug it out. Who loves Jesus more? Sorry. Anyways, fairy tale land. Yeah, I had a lot of stuff to do today, and a lot of stuff didn't go my way, but then it was just a crazy day. Realistically, yeah. I had a lot of shadows to face and anxiety. Then somebody came in and acted stupid, and then I had to take and alchemize that. Dude, B was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, bro, did you like that? Did you like that? She's like, dude, I was so confused at what happened. I was like, bro, I'm trying to figure this out. I was like, I can't keep my mouth closed, so I have to have better ways of channeling it. How'd you channel it? I was like, I'm not with the gossiping and the backbiting. I don't like talking about people that aren't present to defend themselves and going ahead and tainting their names when I don't even know these people. Really? Yeah, something like what I really wanted to say is, bitch, are you fucking serious? That's how you be doing your own kids. Really? That's what really. As soon as she said it, Tourette's came in my body. What was it? I was like, oh, I feel like I'm going to say something mean. Ooh, and I look at the sun. I'm like, God, help me. What happened? Me Too did a movement, and I had to fucking move on that. I like to move it. The Me Too movement. What happened? God, Becky, this cunt ass. I'm forgiving because she's mentally ill. Literally, oh yeah, she's a whole psychopath. Realistically, oh yeah, obviously, Me Too. Long story short, B was talking about how she went above and beyond for her son, while he was here, and that's none of your business and where that goes. And she was saying that, when he came to her, he was in scrubby dubbies. And then, so here comes Me Too, and Me Too's like, oh, I hate when people do that. My sister be doing shit like that, get her whole check and spend it on herself and not do shit for her kids. And I'm looking at Me Too right now, who's never did anything for her kids, and fucking, I'm not even sure if she's even bought them a pair of shoes at this fucking point. They never exit the fucking stroller. And I'm just like, I'm ready to blow up. First off, why are you even in my presence, bro? Like, didn't I tell you last year? Stay away from me. And it's just me and B. We're just chilling. And B is so fucking excited, and I'm just looking at it. I'm laughing as I was putting my shit down. I was like, dude, she is litty lit. She needed this shit. For real, she needed that shit, bro. That's where these cougars come from, bro. She is about to come back to life, and I don't know what might come out of it. And that's why females are not usually allowed to hang out with me. I didn't do it. They just got excited, bro. And I just pump it up. What happened? Well, I mean, I encouraged her to go. It was her idea. are you talking about? I forgot the thuggish ruggish bone was gonna go down this fucking, it goes down in the DMs, right? Forgot I was supposed to do that. So I was like, oh, I told her, I sent her a message. I was like, bitch, do you got something to wear to the concert on Friday? And she's like, oh my God. And she went a little berserk and cut her hair and she's gonna buy some clothes and she's getting all excited. She's so excited. She's like, girl, I ain't been out in for never ever. I was like, oh, who let the dogs out? I've seen this before. Really? Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm facing all my anxiety and fucking stress about this. I'm like, I have to be around people. People. There's no windows. There's no windows. I was like, do you know this works, right? We go out to have a cigarette and they're out there drunk. I was like, you know, I read people, right? Everything they don't want me to see. And they're standing in front of me. Can I use your lighter, please? Oh my God. I started panicking. Really? Oh. There's a specific reason that I left the industry. Like I left the crowds. There's a specific reason. And it's not because, it's because of that. And I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Realistically. And then I remembered the venue. That venue has been around since probably I was a kid. Finally got a card. What is this? The 7 of Pentacles. Well, that's a good one, I suppose. After I said the 7s weren't good. It's better than... Okay. Let me slow down. I knew this was on the calendar since, like, you know, forever ago. And the calendar just rolls and rolls. And I'm just like, I didn't make any attempt to do anything about it. So I just assumed that I wouldn't have to do anything about it. And then the time comes up and it's like, you're going to do something about it. I was like, oh, fuck. So I'm down to do something about it. Here's at the bottom of the deck. And I got to pull out the good shit. As the crowd goes wild. What is that? That's the Queen of Wands. Very dangerous feminine energy, I must say. Is she's not the Queen of Cups. She want to love you, but not that kind of way. Okay, shit. There's so much going on in me. And that's why I was like, sorry, I haven't been with you. I can't even take care of myself today. Realistically, not too well. I started my day off with house hunting. Oh, shit. Where did I pick? Well, I mean, they're all over the place. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to do this, let's just be the most bougie bitch ever. The most bougie, baddest bitch. So what I do? Oh, I'm looking at one in Parker. Everyone's like, what? I know. It's as far off the map as you could possibly go. And as a matter of fact... I used to hate going to Parker because it's just as bad as going to fucking Highlands Ranch. They're just as bougie. I think that Parker might be more bougie. I'm not really sure. I know it's where the football players and all that bougie bitch ass shit be. Really? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Really? Yeah, but it was this bougie ass apartments, dude, and they were just bougie. They come with pools and hot tubs and motherfucking fitness rooms and this, that, and the other. For real? Yeah. You're going to go for gold, right? Right. So we're going to start there. We're going to start at the top and work our way down. Then there was this cool ass one out in Golden. Like, oh shit, that's the total opposite. I know, I was trying to hide up in the woods and shit. It's not really though. It's over there by the Mills Mall. So that's not really too far, but it's still as close as I can get to fucking Mother Cabrini, Red Rocks, and God. So that's cool too. Where else? All over the place, dude. And it's really hard because like, as you're going through them, I'm trying to manifest. So I'm like looking at the areas and I'm looking at where's the close, like, hey, there's no fucking grocery store nowhere around here. Really? No, there's no grocery store. Shit like that. People don't think about that shit. Really? Yeah, so we had to go cruising down the streets through Google fucking Streets. Stuff like that. So I filled myself with so much information. I had like, I'm just going to have a headache. Finally, after that appointment, I was like, okay, well, send them all to me and I'll tell you which ones we're going to tour and blah, 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 blah. And I went from there. And then I was supposed to come here and talk to my caseworker about legalizing my car. But all the caseworkers were in a meeting all day learning some new programming that they have to start working with. So he was unavailable, which was fine because I was already mentally fucking fried and I didn't want to start looking up fucking insurance quotes and stupid shit, calling and going to the DMV and all that right now. Really didn't want to. But that will be done probably tomorrow, which is a great day because it's communications and all that. So I didn't do that. But then as soon as I got back, then B was lit, dude. B was like, I am so lit on this shit. And then I started getting anxiety and stressing it all out again. It is a big deal. Why? Well, first off, I haven't been back to certain places, people, places, and things since my awakening. So it's facing a lot. It really is. It's putting myself back in the, it's just, I don't know. There used to be Lisa, and then I became Phoenix. And trying to do the, you know what I mean? Like, I try to just leave all of Lisa in the past and just deal with what I have to and just be Phoenix. But that's the shadow, right? So that's where there's like, there's this part of me that's all crazy and, all outlandish and everybody loves it. And I'm just like, oh, tone it down. Tone it down. Almost very Lilith-like, if you see the resemblance. But in the sense of that, it's like, this was one of those things. And it's like, I used to love doing shit like this, but I couldn't do it anymore when I became spiritual for all the reasons that I'm listing above. You don't get it. Nobody gets it. It takes so much. It took me probably a year and a half to learn how to control my energy and stay out of everyone else's. But at any time I can be all over the building and everything. Like, it's like, the cup can break and I can be, you know what I mean? Intertwined and shit. When you're like in the levels of consciousness that I'm in, I access certain dimensions of energetic fields is what they're giving me. Good wording, of course. But it's just like that. It's like, bro, I can't be too close to people. Not never. Not really. Not ever. And I've learned how to be able to do this so that I can go out. But again, like going back to this job I had, I told you it worked well because I was all by myself, just wandering through the store. You know what I mean? Covertly not dealing with people. But I said it. I was like, I'll never go to the front of the store. They got questions and this and that. And it's just like, ugh. No, I don't deal with people. I love people. But it's like the energy. So I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go stick myself in a fucking pop can of energy. I was like, oh, this sounds so fucking scary. Why? Because I remember how bad it was before. My chakras would lock up. I'd start feeling everybody's fucking feelings and shit. I could fucking see their conversations, like girls over there typing their fucking messages, and I could feel their energy and their frustration and what they were really feeling. I could see the men, you know what I mean, scavenging the crowds where they were literally, you know what I mean, gross and nasty, kind of like, predatorial. I could see everything, bro. Everything, all the faces, all the facades, all the masks comes down, and it looks like a pit of hell where everybody just puts on this mask and they go into fucking there's some people that are in there that are just, they were invited by a friend and they're not really part of it and they're just bringing love and light, but the rest of them are on some shit, bro. They have intentions, they have, you know what I mean, motives, they have built up feelings, they have like all kinds of shit that they walked in the door with. I don't know. How could you describe it? Just imagine you're just sitting in like, it could be a restaurant or like a library or something, and all of a sudden the doors like swing wide open and all kinds of, I'm seeing it in the weirdest way. I don't know why I'm seeing it like this, but all kinds of fucking, you know what I mean, dark energy comes in with, leather jackets and leather pants, and they're like, it's just like, sunglasses, and it's like, are you talking about like biker gangs? I mean, it's kind of that energy, right? Where there's like, you could put them in suits, but that doesn't really feel the right energy. I'm talking, if you guys, I didn't want to say in like police suits or SWAT suits, but like that, something about that energy where they just come in and it's like, oh. And that's like moving through the crowds, bro. You got to make eye contact. You got to say, excuse me. You got to, and it just gets more and more crowded, and they get sloshy. They get lushy. They get like, they put on their inner child. Their inner child comes out. Their shadows come out. And it's like, how do you not match that, bro? Like matching energy is what happens in there, and it can get gross. Really? I've never seen it. When you have, a spiritual awakening, everything else looks different and it feels different. It's not like before where you didn't see things and you didn't feel things. You were just moving with the fucking strobe lights and trying not to drop your fucking drink. That's not how it is anymore. And it takes everything out of it. And it takes everything for me to go like just grocery shopping. Really? Yeah. People carry a lot on them. And because of what I am as a healer, I can feel it and see it because I'm meant to, so I can help them heal it. Really? It's almost like a conversation starter in our world. Realistically, oh, you're suffering, you're in hell. What's, you know what I mean? And it's like I don't even start the conversation. They come and pour out their hell on me. Why? Because I just look like the person they want to. No, it's all energetic. Okay, so forget the crowds of hell that I have to go through. Why am I doing this? How layered of stupid do you want? Pock sent me. What are my intentions? Oh man, I didn't even tell you what I'm really there to do. What am I really there to do? I've got to give him an anointed candle. Why? My mission, should you accept, all they have to do is light the candle, smoke some weed and light the candle, and that is going to activate them. What? Into some shamanistic powers. Why? Because they're chosen to do so. And I don't care what you think or how you feel about it, but their music is played in the divine. They have a connection to the divine, and that's where their music comes from. So it's just reconnecting them to the divine. Really? Yeah. And through that, Pac can talk to them. He has messages for them, not from me, but for them. Are you serious? Mm-hmm. And you're going to go in and tell them that? I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to. It doesn't matter if they laugh at me and they throw my candle on the ground and say that I'm a crazy bitch. I did what I was supposed to do. All I'm supposed to do is serve the papers, bro. I'm the messenger of God and the messenger in regardless of whatever it is. That's what I need to do. Now, going back to my twin flame, I haven't seen him. I haven't aligned with his energy for an extremely long time. It's another one. You could say we've been in separation since the last show. I don't even know when that was. I really don't know. I mean, he invited me and stuff, but my spirit, I just couldn't do it. And there was fears and stuff. I mean, I could have. I should have. Looking back, that would have been epic if I showed up. And I could have. I just didn't. There was many occasions when we could have aligned, and I just didn't make an effort because of other things. It's nothing between me and him at all. He's the nicest, most wonderful, beautiful person I've ever fucking probably, not ever, but he's a wonderful person. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? I have nothing but great memories. And in essence, bro, at the end of the day, he made my dreams come true, bro. When I first met him, he gave me, you know what I mean? When I was working through music and stuff, he made my dreams come true. I worked really hard and presented it to him, and it was enough that he was ready to help me get onto the next path. And he, you know what I mean? Every singer and songwriter, unless they're not real, they dream about performing on a stage. He gave me that opportunity, and he would have continued to do that if I wanted to. And that's all I ever wanted to do. And he gave me that opportunity, and he gave me good constructive criticism, and he gave me good coaching. He was like, a good person. So I have nothing but fucking absolute admiration for, the person that he is and the connection we had. When I was going through my awakening, that's how I noticed that he was a soul connection. I didn't notice it until the awakening because everything else would make me feel uncomfortable, but I was safe around him. I could feel safe. I just knew I was safe. Realistically, yeah, like It was weird because I couldn't be around people, but then I went to one of his things and he gave me a hug. And it was really weird because I gave him a couple of messages that I still don't remember, but it was some shit like that. And when I walked away, I realized that I walked away in a good feeling. Then there was another time I think I went to perform or I went to a performance. I'm not really sure. My memories are really foggy. And we sat there backstage for nearly 30 minutes just talking within 2 feet of each other. I didn't have to like leave and break this energetic. We were in good energy where I didn't have to get up and there wasn't, people coming in and I couldn't take it. You'll see me, I can't take it. I got to get out a lot. I'm doing everything to get away from the energy, but when you're at a function, there's nowhere to go. You'll see me hidden somewhere though. I'll be hidden far in the back, dude, somewhere. I have to pull myself out, try to listen to some other music, try to have a cigarette, fucking smoke some weed, anything. I'm just trying to get off what you just put on me. Really? It could be so simplistic as I'm at the bar trying to get something to drink and you come over and like look me in the eyes and say something. And it's like, oh, what was that? And here it all comes. Really weird shit. I don't like it. But going back to him, it's an amazing thing that as long as I can fight these fears and anxieties of where I have to go to align with this person, it'll be great to align with another good energy. And I was thinking about the furthermore, it's like, if we sat down for about 10 or 15 minutes and started manifesting some shit, we could really manifest some shit. Our twin flame connection is intense. Really? Yeah, it's intense. All you have to do is bounce ideas and then it just, you know what I mean? With your belief and my belief, it turns into something unbelievable. Realistically, it always does. I think I remember talking to him about that before. And that was in that conversation. We were talking about tours, taking tours along the road and all of that stuff. And I think he developed that. I was sitting there with him and Zeno, and I went crazy on Zeno a couple months ago. I was like, bro, don't fucking spam me your fucking music. He's all, fuck you. And I was like, no, you don't know who you're fucking talking to. You're over here begging people to listen to your fucking music. And we got into it. And I went to Brian. I was like, you better check your boy. And he's like, well, I don't get into that shit. And I was like, well, fucking slime. Why didn't you fucking tell your boy? And then go figure. So I start all this shit with Zeno. He'll definitely be there for sure. Zeno's little fucking thing is right down Hampton. Mike Millian just opened a new thing right down Hampton. I'd be like stomping on their shit. Like they don't even know that my energy is all over their fucking shit. Realistically, yeah. How you guys living over there? Living large, I'm sure. Realistically, yeah, I just be talking shit and running shit. I don't give a shit. Why? It's not. I don't see the patriarchy in your street games. I see your immorality and your fucking, you know what I mean? Your lack of fucking professionality. And I call motherfuckers out on it that seem to be, high ranking officials in some kind of fucking, I don't know, small pond that I just happen to put my toes in. And then it becomes a problem. Oh, we got a problem? I mean, that's what happened with Terrell, his bitch ass. I was like, bro, you're going to act stupid over 25 motherfucking dollars? This is just, you know what I mean? And that's what happened with Ameezy. I was like, you're going to act stupid over $200? It was just, I put them in their fucking place is what it is. And they thought they were dealing with, just a cool girl. They didn't realize they were dealing with a motherfucking hustler. And then I have moral scruples and fucking integrity to how business should be handled. So when I come in there and tell them this isn't how business is handled, this is poor business moves, this is disrespectful to the honor of what the business is, they seem to be a little rigid about that. But is it that they're playing games on me or I'm just the first one to talk about some shit? So, yeah. All right. So take that into consideration that I've pretty much started fights with every leader on the, well, not everyone, but I started fights with a lot of the music heads. And then going back into music, it's like these bullshitting ass bitches will show up. These cock suckers want to be at a show. Why? Because they're the groupies, Really? I'll tell you what. So then it's like, oh, what you're going to roll up and have to see, these motherfuckers. And God loves to make a clown out of everyone. Last time I saw Mike Millian, he said he was going to call the police because I was doing a sage burn in front of his studio and I wouldn't touch his hand. Oh God. And that was for fucking Terrell's, Terrell and Tree's fucking, opening party. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to be back in the fucking bullshit, bro. It's all bullshit. These people are bullshit. Don't make me go around the bullshit. But then it's like, can you deal with the bullshit just to, for this bullshit? I was like, oh God, this is all spiritual, This is not really. I got to put on my spirituality, to put on my flesh to do some stupid shit like this. Realistically, I swear to God, Becky, I told you what I got to do. I got to go see my twin flame, right? Because that's an amazing burst of great energy, and we'll see where that goes. But I got to go see Bone, and I got to give him a candle, and I got to give him a message from Pac, and I got to be on my way. And I gotta have a good time. And that's easy because of the music. And this chick, she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah. Her and her baby daddy broke up like a long time ago. He over there doing some other stupid shit. Her baby just turned a year old. She hasn't been out. She hasn't done anything. She is feeling. It's her birthday month. She's a little excited. Let's talk about the cards. So by the time I pull the cards, they're just confirmation to the bullshit. What's the bullshit? It's the year is full of bullshit. Hey, they said not to do anything romantic on Friday or Saturday, so I don't plan for anything romantic, just so you know. Even though I'm over there like that. She asked me when I was in Russia, she said, "You're crazy, girl. You're like that Elvira girl." I said, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am." I was like, "I'm not sure though. It's supposed to snow, so I might change it up and just go, Kris Jenner." She said, "Who?" I said, "I didn't say Kim. I said Kris. Let's do formal. Let's do sexy adult. Unless you want to put your titties out and, do all that." I don't want to do any of that. I want them tucked away nicely and possibly, comfortably. Hey, I don't read French. All right, what's their first card? 7 of some shit. 7 of Pentacles. All right, we're learning it in this one. Why? Because this is not the funnest way, but we're learning quantum. Why? Because it'll make sense later. Trust me. I don't know why. We have to learn. This is like Metatron again. Really? Yes. All right, not wands, but we'll go back to you. We'll be back shortly. So I gave you the whole rundown. That's what I was doing all day. It's encouraging her, fighting my fears and feelings, and, trying to put my face on for the weekend and trying to, go find me a house. And I'm also trying to figure out, I'm being very adultish. I got to get my car legalized. I got to fucking, I got to get a computer and do some computer training and get a job. Doing all kinds of shit, bro. Realistically, I swear to Bob. I didn't see it. I mean, I knew I had to do it, but this looks like a lot of doing. I'm doing a lot. God, you're doing too much. All right, Ace of Pentacles. Nope, 7. All right, pay attention. Quarks. Quarks are the building blocks of our world, foundational particles that make up protons and neutrons in our atomic nucleus. Okay? Without them, there would be no atoms and therefore no matter and no universe. They come in 6 varieties, but 2 are stable. Yep. But only 2 are stable, the up and down quarks. The other, did you hear? Eat, like my chair's making. Eat. I love that noise. All right, sorry. You know what another one is? Ooh. I love that noise too. Really? Yeah, if you ever hear that in a shopping center, it might be me. Okay. The other 4... Oh, yeah, that was the fairy tale thing. Let me tell you about the fairy tale thing. I see myself having this conversation. Could be fairy tale. But after I saw it in the fairy tale form, I was like, yeah, I'm going to take that with me. I might need to have that conversation. Realistically, is like, I have a very wounded inner child that can come out at any time. It could be awful, but if you'll give me some time, I can fix it. Just bear with me. I'm like dealing with a very wounded child inside of me. Really? Yeah. I saw myself having a conversation, an intimate conversation. It's like, you got to know I got to deal with this. It can happen at any time. I can act a fucking fool. Have you seen Kanye West? I have these Kanye West moments. Do you really? I mean, if you saw what happened earlier, you might agree. Realistically, it was a lot. I didn't know how to channel it. Let me run you down what B saw happen. She rolled up on us, bro. We were just chilling. She stands in front of us and she's like, butts into the conversation. B's talking about her situation with her, her ex-husband and her son. And she's like, yeah, I hate when people do that. That's like my sister, bro. My sister does shit like that, right? She just butts in, me too, right? And let me one up you, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna say something mean, like you don't do that all day. You don't spend your whole check on you, and you don't even check on your kids. Shut the fuck up, right? So I'm heated, right? So I'm like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm sitting there, and it's Tourette's. I was like, oh, I'm gonna say something mean. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna say something mean. I'm gonna say something mean. Really? I'm saying it to her while she's standing right in front of me, dude. And I'm trying my hardest not to, because I know it's there, and I'm trying to protect myself and the person in front of me, because God said, end of conflict. And I just need to work on this shit. But it's like, bitch, you're asking for it right now. You asked for it. You asked for this. And I can feel it. And I'm like, if I open my mouth, I'm going to say something mean. I'm like, that's what I start doing next to her. That's where the kid comes out. And realistically, I was like, look, I'm just not with it, bro. I'm just not with it. In the Bible, they call it backbiting. Here, we call it gossiping. I'm just not with it, where we're going to talk about somebody that's not present and we're going to put them down. I don't even know such people for us to just be putting people down. We're not putting nobody up to where, oh, I want to meet that person. No, you're trying to paint a perception of a person that I don't want to meet. And we're just going to sit here and eat them up like meat. I don't like that. I don't like that energy. I don't like that. And realistically, I hate projection. That's what I just witnessed. I hate when people be putting it on somebody. Like, I hate people that do that, but you're totally that person that be doing that all the time. It's only okay when I do. Is what I said that. And then she's like, okay, well, I'm going to go now. And she's all, girl, why you let her get under your skin like that? I was like, no, I'm cool. So what? I was like, yeah, I was just making a scene. I told that bitch to leave me alone like all the time, bro. I don't even know why she saw me to just calm down so quick. She's like, dude, I thought you were losing it for a minute. Nah, bro. I was just trying to make her understand. If we acted cool, then she would have kept going. I shut her down every time, bro. I want her to know that, no, you are not welcome don't start a conversation. If I would have acted like nothing happened, she would have kept going on. And I would have definitely said something mean. I told the girl from the beginning, this is why I don't want her around. Because you're an instigator. No matter what I tell you, you got to one-up it, and you got to add to it, which makes me you're fueling what I'm already bothered about. That's what she's doing. She's fueling what you're already bothered about. And that's all she does. And it's like, you didn't. And so anyways, it could happen. It could happen. There could be a Kanye moment. But in that moment, I'm internalizing what's the best way to attack, because I know that I cannot not say something. And that's the alchemy. And you know what I mean? Use your words. Use your words. I don't use my hands. I got to use my words, but they're all deadly. It's like, bitch, you and your kids, I was really going to tear her ass up right there. Realistic, she had to come in. And she didn't need to say shit. She was just talking shit, bro. Who the fuck? Don't roll up in our conversation talking shit. So that's what happened earlier. Anyways, talk about unstable. The other four, charmed and strange, top and bottom, quickly decay into the lighter varieties. The Seven of Pentacles represents a situation where we have gathered all that we need, often showing a harvest. It reminds us that we have an abundance of resources and options. That's what helped me to come back to my other decision, where I picked the most bougie fucking apartments I could find. Really? They are so bougie.
But you're not bougie.
They're still affordable. They're like only $1,800. Only $1,800? Yeah, dude. And they come with a balcony and washers and dryers and all that, bro. Realistically, she said she already has a contract with them. And that's what I told her. I really poured it out. I was like, look, I don't want to be fucking stressed that in 3 months I can't pay the rent. She's like, as long as you're doing everything, you know what I mean, and you're staying up to date and stuff, we can extend, the rental assistance and keep you going. I was like, all right. But even $1,800 for something that great, I'm telling you, bro, because I used to watch people, I drop them off, in the and the fucking rhino and all that, and all of these new developments. And I was looking at them, they get up to 2 to 3,000. I'm still in the fucking cool. And I think the reason it's so cool is because it's way the fuck off the planet. But we're also talking Whiteville, bro. Really? I don't know anything more than, I mean,
Bro, Whiteville is legend.
I would imagine you never hear shit from over there. Why? Because nobody's going out there, bro. That's out there, bro. That's out there. Like, that's on the other side. Really? The other side. Yeah, it's stranger things probably happen over there. Realistically, no. Nothing happens over there. I don't think so. Not that far. Really? We're talking way on the other side of 470 Parker, guys. That fucking Parker out there where there's nothing but, you know, ancient ruined lands. Developments, right? Yeah. So anyways, I mean, I could stay in town for, you know, 1,700, but it's like if I want to. She says she can take care of it. So I'm trying to shoot to the furthest lengths. Why? Because, huh? No, it isn't. They found something in Firestone, and I was like, whoa. And I was like, yeah. She's like, I don't think we can move you that far. So as far as moving out of the skirts, I don't think they're going to move me out the skirts. That's pretty off the map, though. It really is. Really? I mean, the other options, a lot of the newest developments, no shit, are off of Colfax, bro. They're off of East or West Colfax. All up and down it are some of these new developments where they built all of these. But again, I haven't gone down the fucking boulevard, and the blade is what we call that in cities. I ain't been down the blade for a minute, so who knows. When I told her that my original one was by she said they were emailing her. And I was like, I don't know about all that. And I was like, well, let's just chill, because I don't know if it was the situation, because I had wrapped my head around it. I was cool with it. I was totally cool with the situation until I had a bad, you know what I mean, experience with that fucking chick. And she's like, well, they were reaching out and stuff. And that one was subsidized, and it was also in Sloan's Lake. And that's what she was like, dude, they've totally changed the area. I was like, yeah. I don't know. So as far as reaping what you sow, it's like now everything's popping. It's like your lip gloss, Milia. It's popping. All right. That's what we're talking about. Reap what you sow. Often showing a harvest, and it reminds us that we have an abundance of resources and options. And that's really what it is like we were looking all over the place, really. And when it came down to it, I was like, the one that looks you know what I mean? The one, you know, let's go for the best. There's really, I don't even know where the closest. I'm serious. It'll have great schools and all that shit. It'll be away from everything and everyone. Kind of. Realistically, yeah. The battling energy of the 7 is grounded in Pentacles. This means the meaning for this success are that, no, excuse me, the means for the success are at our fingertips, and we are encouraged to count our blessings. And that's it too. Everybody's sure that they can pay for my whole car and all of that stuff. And when that's the case, I don't have to worry about wherever I'm going. Because I had to watch my back on that one. I ain't driving through downtown all dirty like this, dude. I'm not doing all that. I'm still not doing it. I didn't want to pay for fucking parking and all that shit. That shit is straight off Broadway. East 1999, my neck. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say that word. She says it all the time. You're very much not helping. Yeah. Can I point something out? The fucking negative obvious. It's like, it's okay for a white or Hispanic or non-black woman that is sleeping or has ties, you know, to the black community. They're allowed to say it. So if I had a black boyfriend, I could say this. That's what I mean. It's not fair, but that's where it's always how is it okay for the Catch Me Outside girl to say it? How is it okay for all of these other girls to say it?
It's not.
Okay.
Because they're doing it doesn't mean you.
That's what God says all the time in my head. And I'm just like, all right, God, be a better person. All right, God. Whatever you say, God.
And Hispanics can't say
My ninja. He doesn't like me calling him that. Go figure. All right. Often showing, our harvest. The means for success are at our fingertips, and we are encouraged to count our blessings. That's where I'm at, too. Why did this happen? Well, I mean, I guess it was always at my fingertips, and I just was, digging in the dirt somewhere else. Realistically, without Jewish family services, I still had the ability. I still have the $5,000 here, move in, allowance. And that's where I'm going to get into that money to use to pay for my car. And other people get into that money to use for different things. They'll take care of a lot of different things, just nothing technology. So they won't buy you a computer, and they won't buy you a cell phone, and they won't buy you TVs. You can't use it for any of that type of shit. Really? Not for your house and not for none of that shit. Realistically, well, I don't know. They've hooked people up with phones and stuff, but I mean, as far as that. But otherwise, yeah, they help with all kinds of shit. So that's what I'm supposed to do. But I still had money to help me move in and all of this stuff. This became a wraparound service where it'll be longer support for me. So they'll take over, and I'll use this money to furnish the house and whatever else I need. So that's where my blessings, I mean, I'm totally blessed and highly favored. And as I sat there and I told her, I don't have a job, and I don't want to worry about not having a job in 3 months. And she's like, no, don't worry about it. All right, bitch, then get me this one. This one's really pretty. If you can give me that one, then hallelujah, I'll make it work, and we'll find we'll go from there. Realistically, it comes with a pool, a workout, a fitness center, dog walks, the whole thing. Realistically, yeah, probably lots of great neighbors too. It's not affordable, or maybe this one might be, but they have special contracts and shit. So realistically, yeah, somewhere completely new, completely far away. Really? I wonder what the winters and summers feel like out there. That was another thing. It's got to have air conditioner. Air conditioner. It's just like, are you serious? It's imperative. Really? In Commerce City, I have 2 of them, almost 3, because I had a standing floor one in the living room. I had them in the bedrooms because the windows weren't made right it was just not cool, bro. I have to have air conditioning. Washer and dryer, definitely. Why? Because we'd be washing and drying shit. Who's going to fold it? I don't know. It's clean, though. Just throw it in the dryer. Contest. I mean, come on. It can't be perfect in all areas, really, though. All right, X going to give it to you. What is that? That looks like the wheel of motherfucking fortune. That's not the right answer. That's. I feel like that's like from Genie in the Bottle type shit. All right, what is that? X. I'm not talking to you, Wolfman. I'm not talking to you. Why? Because there's nothing to talk about, bro. You're fucking the same guy as last year. Quantum mechanics. And do you really want to talk about quantum mechanics with me anyways? Quantum mechanics is an attempt to explain the seemingly paradoxical nature of subatomic world. All right, subatomic. Why are we using that? Because that's what the soul is. Oh God, please don't make me unexplain this to them. And all of this weird wording about the universe and how things combine to make an atom, they're trying to teach you what makes the soul. The soul is before it turns into a form. The soul goes into a form. Realistically, yeah. The creation of life that happens. What?
My teacher, apparently we're the worst class.
So you're gonna set him up with an old phone? Hey, bro, I saw that on a movie. I was like, now you see me. He's like, they took his phone and then he pulled out another one. I'm serious. All right, so anyways, I'm trying to tell you the subatomic world is the spiritual world. There is a fundamental difference between 2 types of phenomenon, waves and particles. A particle can only occupy a single space at any single time, at any single instance in time. Okay, so that's where we're waves of energy, and then we become particles where we can only, you know what I mean? So like, people think, I can't wait to have this conversation with science, because they think that it's light years away. They travel by light. But what if you traveled by freaking sound? Have you ever considered that? Like, even has it ever entered your fucking brain? Everything travels by waves, by sound waves. It doesn't travel at the speed of light. Realistically, no. All right. A particle can only occupy a single space at any time, any single instant in time. Waves, on the other hand, are spread out in space, like waves of water across the sea. They cannot be pinned down into a particle or a particular place, and are described in terms of size and frequency, like radio waves. and that's spirit, and that's timelines. That's energy. It moves in waves, and you can tap into it. And I tried to explain the layers of the waves, through altitude, through longitude and latitude. Really? It's layered. But at the subatomic level, the difference between waves and particles does not apply. Subatomic particles sometimes behave like particles and sometimes like waves, depending on how they are observed. For example, light behaves like a wave when two light sources overlap. Hold on, my son's here. I'm coming. Thank you for knocking lightly. If you can hold on for about 20 minutes, we're going to go get some McDonald's. Notice the word we, as in plural. Oh, yeah, they gave us a new refrigerator. Look at the little ice tray in there. I went crazy about it. It was like, wow, you can have 1 cup of ice. You guys want to see this? Open it. It's so great. We had to get a new little refrigerator. They have these little mini refrigerators. Well, it hasn't frozen yet. Look at this. We might have 1 cup of ice.
Will not fit in there.
Nope, it's too big for that. So it's a bigger version. Isn't it cute? We'll fill it in a couple days. I'm not filling it right now. Do you feel me?
Yeah.
So no, we're going to the store. We're going to McDonald's as soon as I'm done with this. Okay?
I'm hungry right now.
You're hungry right now? Then have a PBJ, or a corn dog, or whatever, a hot pocket.
Time to eat the
Eat the pierogies, whatever you want.
ketchup.
Oh my god. Okay, well that's your problem. I got to finish this. We're talking about subatomic particles. Did you have a good day? Did you ditch any classes?
No.
Swear. Look at
I
me.
have the last class. I can't use computer.
Uh-huh.
I need computer. It's a coding class.
It's a coding class. So I need to go in and get your computer permission given back. It's been long enough, right? Can I ask him to give it back? Are you going to get back on the fucking games and get caught again? I don't know.
Go guardian, brother. See, you're sweaty. Don't get on my bed when you're sweaty.
Yeah, sweaty. All right, for example, light behaves like, let's jump back down here. Subatomic particles sometimes behave like sometimes like waves, depending on how they are observed. For example, light behaves like a wave when 2 light sources overlap. Okay, that's kind of, what are they describing? I'm seeing the rainbow. What is that? That's showing you 2 light codes that overlap, right? 2 light waves, that overlap. All right. For example, the 2 light waves interfere with each other, producing ripples or interference phenomenon, like overlapping ripples of water in a pond. However, as Einstein pointed out, light can also behave like a stream of tiny particles, photons. He proved this in an explanation of the photoelectric effect, an effect current induced by shining light on a metal plate. This can only be possible if light is in a stream of particles that hit the surface of the metal, agitating and dislodging electrons from the form of an electric current. What does this all have to do with the Wheel of Fortune? Well, quantum physics introduces a language of chance and probability into physics. One can only claim that a subatomic particle has the probability of being in a particle place or a particular place at a particular time, but no more. Outside physics, the concept of chance and probability are nothing new. The wheel is familiar to us in many guises, from the ancient Roman goddess Fortuna. Okay, I was afraid they'd say her name. Why? Fortuna is probably, there's not many energies I fear. I don't fear her, but it's like almost disrespect to the sense of, oh God. What is it? She's the gamble. She's a gamble. She's just a gamble. And it's the fates. She'll take you real high and drop you real low. Really? Yeah, she's the fates. And I have nothing to do with her. And I get like, as soon as I get in that energy, I'm like, oh, all we can do is hope for the best. So we're going to ride this out. Really? That one and Gabriel. If there was 2 of reverence, then I'm like, oh, fuck. Fortuna, for sure. When I see Kobe or Khalik, it's not a big deal because I'm trained for it. But I know what it's going to do to everyone else. The endurance, they're going to push the endurance, which means they're pushing your endurance. So they have to push you to see your weaknesses, to see how strong you are. That's what that means. Whenever it's like they're going to test your endurance, they're going to test you to the limits. They're going to see what your endurance limit is. So that one's a little, oh, we're going to get fucked up on this. Try your best, right? And that's it. Don't overdo it. You know what I mean? Don't overperform, because then you're going to act like you can do this all the time. Nah, that's all I could take. I can't take no more of this bullshit. But when we come to Fortuna, and it happens during, I think it's like June to July is when it happens. I hate that fucking stage, because it's like you're in complete not control. What it is to learn that it's a huge stage of the awakening, to learn that you're not in control, and at one moment everything can be fine, and one moment everything can be horrible, and then the next moment everything can be better than you ever thought it was. So this is a really up and down roller coaster. It's one of those ones that's going to jerk your neck. You're going to land safely after it, but it's going to be a real up and down. Eater. Really? Yeah. I don't like to say her name, but I mean, it is what it is. It's the roulette wheel. It is a symbol of how perceived outside forces such as fate or luck appear to determine the course of our lives. But perhaps there is another alternative. Even if we feel cursed by bad circumstances, we still have choices. Why not step off the wheel altogether? We can decide whether to approach life as a victim of chance, spun around the wheel like a shock in a washing machine, or to take a big leap of awareness and get off the merry-go-round. I hear shock all around the world, the same song. Fate just means that this was made to happen. You're just made to go through this, whether it's ups or downs. It's what you're supposed to go through. Really? It's destined. And that's where it's like, you can't do anything about this. I can't do anything about this. I have no power over fate. I have no power over that such things. I'm a victim to her just as you are. The fates. Realistically, yeah, because it was already written. And realistically, believe it or not, we agreed to this bullshit. Whatever's happening right now, we were like, yeah, we just didn't read the fine print of how we were going to accomplish such feats. We signed up for virtues. We're like, I want the virtuous package, and I'm gonna, I want to inherit all kinds of great, phenomenon in all my gifts. But we didn't read the fine print of what we'd have to do to have the virtuous package. Yeah, stupid shit like that. All right, so the current energy is a reap what you sow. Everything that's happening right now is because of what past results. So just keep that in mind. The spiritual work at hand would be fate, and that would just be accepting it. That goes back to yesterday. A lot of this comes down to understanding God and forgiving God. You don't understand what he's doing, so there's a lot of anger and worry and anxiety and stress about everything that's happening in your life because you can't see the bigger picture, right? So right now it's about understanding things are the way that they're supposed to be. Really? That this is supposed to happen. And it's supposed to be happening like this. And whatever's happening that might be hard for you, this was never supposed to happen. It was never supposed to happen. This is what it was meant to be. Going back to Dre, he was meant to die that day. At that time. He wasn't guaranteed. It was in his life contract. I couldn't have told you when he was going to die. And that's it. Going back to Pac. That wasn't supposed to happen. What is that? Oh, that's a really good sloppy Joe. I encourage you to eat it. I forgot. Yeah, I brought up extras and there's chips and stuff. But anyways, things just happen. You're like, why is this happening? Because it was meant to happen. You can't see the bigger picture yet. Really? Yeah. And it's like alignment. Things are lining up for you. And it doesn't mean that, God will walk you straight into, that's where it's funny. It's like, where have you been? Oh, fuck. I've been getting my ass kicked. I've been in spiritual boot camp for like 3 years. How you doing? How you doing? Come out a whole fucking freak. Realistically, I got my ass kicked by God for like 2 years. Going through the hardest boot camp, spiritual boot camp and shit like that. And it's like, you don't really understand why this is happening, but it's part of the strengthening. It's part of the character development. It's part of the the fire. You're being put to the fire. If that's what's happening to you. And if not, you might just be coming out of the fire and you're the gold that you were seeking. And now you're ready to just apply, everything you touch is gold. Really? I mean, philosopher's gold. All right, so the outcome is the Queen of Wands, which I want to point out is a fire sign. Uncontrollably would be the Lilith, of course. We don't want to be a Lilith. Queen of Wands, Venus. And I said that Venus was aligned with the moon. I kept saying that yesterday in my video. No, it aligns with the sun. Dangerous, dangerous. Venus is an extremely inhospitable planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid and temperatures hot enough to melt lead. This unfriendly environment seems at odds with the love and beauty image of Venus, but the mythological goddess also rules passionate emotions. I just find this interesting. These find an apt metaphor in the superheated, seething atmosphere of this planet. The Queen of Wands, like the Greek goddess, has gained a certain level of comfort with powerful feelings. She is an independent-minded woman who has the courage to be authentic. She contains her fiery energy of wands by being true to her own nature, to the boldness of her grand vision. Really? Well, I mean, on Friday, that's in Venus energy and all of that, and I got to be in my heart space. But I'm also facing an enormous tower. Nobody sees that, and I'm preparing for it all week. You have to know that I'm getting a lot of anxiety about doing this for all different reasons. Realistically, I mean, I'm listing them one by one as I'm working through them. It's funny because it's like I went out fucking 4 or 5 fucking nights a week. I didn't give a shit. Realistically, I mean, why not? So I was trying to remember. I was like, last time we did all of this was, I think it was, I really feel like it was Tech 9 before I went on my spiritual journey. We did the show up here with Tech 9. Then we did the concert. We did the one in Colorado Springs. I remember that being so crazy. I remember that was one of those credit card things where my credit card just worked and I didn't know I had money. And that's how I got home. Really? Yeah, I didn't even know I was going there. I mean, I would just go. And it's like, that's dangerous. Nah, not when you got God. You don't have to worry about such things. Come on, God. But when he doesn't let you go, he doesn't let you go for all good reasons. You know what I mean? But he planned this. And that's where I was like, oh, I'll go if it works out. And we'll work it out. Make it work. All right, I'll go. You're going to take this girl too, and she's going to have the time of her life. I can see that, God. She really needs this. Realistically, I always do this, dude. There's always some fucking person. Can't wait. Fucking Michaela and Justin Bieber. There's always somebody. Really, they love the celebrities. I'm over here celebrity trash and bash over here. Been around celebrities my whole life, bro. It's not really a big deal to me. They're just human beings that you celebrate for something they did in their lives. That's great. Where are we at, God? Oh, man. I fucking shuffled it. You heard me. For 3 weeks, every time I pull out this card, it's the new life. Get a new life. I'm not going to read this again. I'm going to tell you the same thing over and over. I really got Russ in the fucking butt yesterday. I got all of you. Was it yesterday? Every day, I suppose. You can't come out doing the same shit. You know what I mean? Don't come out here on your pattern saying that you're a new person on a new project doing some new shit. Don't call your old pattern new. Don't call your old pattern new. There's nothing new about you, bro. You're doing old shit. This is some old shit. You're trying to rehash some old shit instead of doing some new shit. Really? That goes to every one of you. When it comes to this new life, don't come out here saying there's anything new about you when you're doing some old shit. That's the opposite. And that's it. Just like this. You're going to say some shit in front of me and I'm going to be like, I'm going to say something mean. You're like, say it then. Bitch, you stupid. And that's what... And P said, I had to get at her, right? I was like, what'd you say? It's like, how you let her talk to you like that. No, she said, what did you do to her? I said, I don't know. She acts all nice all the rest of the time. It's like, well, she's a nice person. I think you're taking advantage of that. But she don't like you. You should have said something. And she should have. And I'm testing you. Say something. I double dog dare you. You can't say nothing. When I walk in the room, it's fucking silence, bro. Why? Because you ain't got shit to stand on. You're gonna spit out some bullshit that I'm gonna hang you with. And that's what makes me deadly. Really? And that's exactly what I said. I said, this is why God puts me on the other side of the parking lot by myself. And I sit under there burning herbs, praying to God to make me a better person. All day. All day. God, make me a better person. I'm trying to be a better person. God, I got to be a better person. I could be a better person. Don't send me these stupid ass people that make me be a bad person. And he's like, they're not making you. You need to be better. Shut up, God. You're testing me. Realistically, yeah. Don't test me. Don't test the gangster in me. Number 1, 2, and 3. Because you don't want to see my old pattern. But going back to it, I'm going to have to warn my new lover that I got patterns. I don't know what they are. They come out and I'm like, I got to deal with it. Really? Yeah. And as I say that, why? Because I remembered the first conversation I had with Bri. I told Bri that. I told him that, my twin flame. You know, he's getting ready to put me on stage. I'm going to pick up my tickets and shit to, for my show. And I got to tell him the truth, bro. I've been hiding this. I'm hiding it, bro. I'm hiding. He doesn't know that I'm sick, that I have a personality disorder, and that anytime I could turn into Patricia. Really? Yeah, he don't know. I got to tell him. So I go and I meet up with him and I'm like, hey, dude, I got to tell you, I'm like suffering. I'm like currently trying to cure a mental illness. I have like a personality disorder, dude, and I'm trying to work on it. And he's like, oh yeah, do you take like a medicine, like Abilify or something? And I'm like, no, I'm working on it though. I'm seeing it, I'm going to see a doctor and stuff. And he's like, well, it's all right. I was like, well, I just wanted to tell you, I didn't want to, be scared and, was kind of scared about it. And he's like, no, you'll be all right. And that's all he said. And it was my first time of telling somebody, and he was really comforting. He acted like it wasn't a big deal and that I would be all right. And that was my biggest thing, is when I started dealing with this, I was like, I got to get this under control, because otherwise this shit is going to just go off anytime. I'm going to act Kanye anytime. I could just turn into something else anytime and disassociate, wake up in my bed the next day like what happened last night. Really? It was like that, dude, in the beginning before I could control it. It was terrible. It was terrible. I don't know how I got back from fucking certain places, shit like that. I would talk about it. I'd be like driving people around for hours at night. No idea how I got them there and where the fuck I am and I had to Google my way back home. I know I drove here. I drove you comfortably. We talked for over an hour. I got to know everything about you, but now I have no idea where I am and how I got here. And I know I was the one driving. Really? Oh, yeah. That's why I love those road trips. Dude, I'll be... and the way gas is right now, oh my God, dude. It's $1.55, bro. I want to fill up everybody's tank. Let's just drive. Let's just go. Let's just go somewhere. And that's why I need my car legal, bro. I want to go somewhere. I can afford to go anywhere right now. Trump is always good for that. But I just want to point out, he's stealing the gas from... He's such a douchebag. I'd like to say it's the American way, but we're originally British, and that's what the British did. Infiltrate, take over the resources, kill the people.
Why doesn't have an Independence Day? Because everyone's celebrating independence.
That's what we do as human beings. That's what they're doing. They're trying to infiltrate and take over the resources of the other people. Really? Kill the men, save the children and the women, or even worse, kill them all. That's how they be. For what? I mean, when it came to fucking Guatemala, it was just about fucking fruit. They killed all those people just so, so the Americans can have access to the fruit. And now they have no way to, you know what I mean? So then going and taking all this oil from Venezuela, they have nothing to bargain with. You're taking their resources. Oh, we're so petty. That's so wrong. Don't you think that's wrong? That's what makes us, and you know what I mean, dependent on each other. And that's what makes this whole economy work, is because we need each other. And instead they'd be trying to gouge each other and kill each other. It's like, well, okay, they need fucking water in Africa. What are we doing about that? You know what I mean? We'll take from them, but we won't give them what they need. And that was supposed to be the equal exchange, bro. It's like, we have things that you need, you have things that we need, let's exchange these things. No, they just put it at a dollar amount and nobody gets shit. And everybody's governments are all, nobody has nothing. Really? I mean, I think it's sad. Don't you? He did all this just to take advantage of the resources. It's not about being nice. It's like, we can have their oil. Shut up, bro. It's so stupid. You and your blood diamonds, the gold, the fucking, you know what I mean? It can be something so simplistic to your animals, to your fucking fruit, to your vegetables, to anything, dude, that we can make a dollar off of. We're going to take over your land so that we can have it. And that's the whole fight for land. What that land can provide. That's what's really cool about America, is because you can't grow everything in every land. You really have to, you know what I mean? Like the South, they have to depend on them. Like, it's like, that's where these big corporations try to come in and do it like them, but nobody does it like them, because they're, their land was made for that shit, bro. It just grows great food. And we can't do that in certain places. You can't grow fucking avocado trees. And I always laugh at the McClures. They're always trying to get a palm tree to grow in Oklahoma. It's like, it doesn't work like that. You don't have the right land. You don't have the right atmosphere. No, we can make it. Nope. It's not. Just as luck trying to grow a fucking pine tree out here, there, dipshit. Realistically, yeah, but that's the cool thing about the interlocking of, the exchange of land. And that's where everyone wanted to conquer all lands and have control of all lands because of what the lands produced. And that goes back to the Holy Lands that they fight for over there in Jerusalem and all that shit. It's because of the land, what they believe the land is worth and what it can bring to them. Nobody wants to own land in Nevada. Dirt. We're dirt farming out here. It's good for something. Really? Yeah, I just don't know. We haven't learned what to farm in the fucking desert, but it's good for something. Marijuana, probably. Something good grows out there. But realistically, yeah, that's where it is you want good land. And so that's kind of suck ass. Going back to it, your new life, no. You still have the same job, don't you? You're still in the same house with the same boyfriend or girlfriend. You're still wearing the same clothes. That's what they said too. They're like, why'd you cut your hair? She said, new year, new me. I needed to cut it. Did she cut a lot? She cut a lot of it. She cut a lot of her hair. She still has long hair.
Her hair was to her booty.
Who? Which one?
A girl in my friend group. She's Asian.
Uh-huh.
Her hair was to her booty before braid. Comes back with a bob.
Well, that's what I did when I got here. It was way down in the middle of my back, but it was old. I wore that hair like I never cut it.
She hadn't cut it since.
And now it's growing out and stuff. And that's what it is. It's like, have you really changed? Have you given up a part of you? Have you sacrificed a part of you for, a new part of you?
She said her mom saw.
I'm sure she did. Damn, that's like Little Women when Joe cut her hair for a bus ticket.
Like a bob that
a train ticket.
Gave me when I was younger.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what happened to Morgan. Morgan had beautiful long hair too, and then Dory's daughter put fucking gum in it. She had to cut it. That's how she ended up with such short hair. She was really upset. That's why she hated Dory so badly, because she knew her daughter did it on purpose while she was riding with her in the car. I was like, oh, dude, she hated her for it. She had long, beautiful hair, and she had to cut it all off because it was all fucking, her daughter put gum in her hair while she was riding with them. Really? Mm-hmm. That's mean as fuck, right? That kid knew better, bro. That kid, Dory and her kids were a little something else. Let me tell you. Why are these kids wicked? Look at their parents, bro. Where do you think they learned that shit, bro? And if they didn't learn it at home, they learned it in the streets. They always try to say it's in the streets, but even the streets be like, Because I'm going to tell my mama, and somebody's mama's going to come out and catch all your asses. That'll be me. New life. What else, God? Come to the edge. You have to take a leap, bro. And that's where I said, fuck it. I'd gone through all of them. There was one, again, in Arvada, I was really looking super hard at. There was one, Jesus Christ, dude. There was one in Swansea for like, I don't know, it was something crazy. Like, I don't know, like fucking $1,200 for a 3-bedroom. It's a brand new building. I was like, dude, it's fucking Swansea. What is that? Oh, dude, it's like Globeville. It's like totally industrial area. Only thing more industrial than Commerce City is that area. It's where you smell the fucking dog food, the Purina dog food factory for sure. That's that residential neighborhoods over there on either side, probably. I don't know which one is which. Really? Yeah, it's super. That's where they have raves and, meth labs and shit. They used to. I don't know. Forgive me. They might be better. I don't think so. Realistically, it's right off of 70, those kind of areas. So they have all these great developments over there, and that's what it is. They try to get you in by price to revamp the development, but it's like, that's another example. There is no grocery store anywhere near Globeville or fucking Swansea. There's none nowhere there. Where would you go? I think probably Thornton, right? I don't know. That's crazy. Realistically, yeah. So I was looking at shit like that. So that's what I was doing all day. We're starting a new life. Oh, and I gotta get a new computer. Realistically, she told me though, she kind of has me on a string. She's like, tell me if your caseworker can help you with anything about the computer, and I'll find out if I can. So before I go to spend my money, I need to know if she can, which means I'm still hanging on a string because I could have just ordered it today. Really? Yeah. Realistically, but I didn't. So there's a lot of things going on. We're taking action in our new lives. It's baby steps though, because it's overwhelming. Really? Yeah, and I got a bunch of new shit going on. Really? Yeah. And believe it or not, like I said, this stupid thing, it seems very easy for everyone to be excited about going out to a show, but I got to show you that it's really not that easy for someone like me, and why spiritual people don't be in the material world like that. We're not material. It's difficult to be in the matrix and shit like that. You'll always see, you know what I mean, the Queen of Cups and all that. We live in the outskirts, and we in the country, and we stick to ourselves, and we don't really fuck with people because people are a lot to fuck with. I don't have to fuck with you. I want a pool, bro. It's fucking amazing. There was this other one that had a fireplace in it. I was so lit on that one. I was like, oh, fireplace, dude, that'd be sweet. I could burn fires. But then I was like, dude, I'm not burning the fucking fires in the middle of the fucking summer. Ain't gonna be doing shit in there. No, I don't need a fireplace. That's a little extra. Just a little. I mean, don't you think? Give me a patio would be amazing though, bro, where I don't even gotta leave the building. Realistically, that'd be awesome. I could just sit on my patio all day meditating. Realistically, fucking amazing. I'm excited. I'm going to try for the best, and we'll work our way through. And I hope that for you too, but you have to push yourself, just like me. I have to push myself to be brave. And oh yeah, going back to bone, I don't want to do that. That's spiritual shit. Hey, I'm a witch, and this is for you. I've done it before. That's exactly what happened last time I saw Bri. All I had to do was show up with a fucking candle and give it to him. Give him a hug and a candle and say, God be with you. It's in that drawer. Well, with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. We're going to do the chakra teaching. Really? Yeah, I'm going to teach you about the chakras, which is your energetic connection. Your energetic connection to the divine. Really? Yeah. And it's what keeps you alive too. Hey, I love you guys. Have a wonderful one. What does this say? Oh God. Jesus is the way. I told you we opened the door for these Jesus freaks. So you're a devil worshiper. Yeah, sure. Have faith not in the works, but in his holy works on the cross. Oh God, dude. Maybe they feel like this calling from God to just, jump on people's comments and spread his word. We're all called in different ways. You better answer that calling somewhere else. Love and light, motherfucker. Love yous. Laters. Bye.